10Z here, back to do another video review. This time going to be reviewing some Transformer crossover figure, the Death Star. Yes, one of my favorite crossover figures they've put out to date. This is going to be a two-parter review for Darth Vader, because there's two main figures that I am really liking. This one I've had since 2007. And another one which will be in part 2, which I just recently got, which is good, but I'll get into that in the second review. This, of course, is the Death Star. Oh, yes. This is nice. It has little 4 landing gear. Now, I don't know if the actual model for the Death Star had landing gear. I mean, it was the size of a moon, so why would it need to land? It's supposed to be a space station with the laser of death that could destroy a planet in one shot built into it. So it didn't strike me as something that would have to land on a planet. It has compartments in the back. It had little TIE fighters, but I found them absolutely the most annoying things ever. They were useless. The box officially called them mini-cons. I call them little gnats that need to be broken with a hammer. Yeah, I didn't like those little TIE fighters that came with it. They were just a joke. But yeah, this is the figure. It's really nice. It comes with lights and sounds. It breathes heavy every time it does something electronic. Except for maybe, I think, the lightsaber and the blaster sounds.
You may fire when ready.
Oh, the LED in that thing is nice. The blaster could go in here and fire the missile, but it takes away from the light show, I think. So I don't usually put the blaster in there. This also comes with additional 4 sound effects for Death Star mode. I don't know how many people know this, but you gotta hold the button to get them. And so far as I can see, they're big reviewers like Bolt Matrix, Spada didn't see it, and I don't know if Sean Long's done anything. Of course, I don't watch him anymore because he's a fool, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, if you hold the button down,
Wipe them out. All of them. This battle station is fully operational. You have failed me for the last time. Commence primary ignition.
really good 4 sound effects, all quotes from James Earl Jones, the original voice of Darth Vader. So yeah, this is also really hard to transform back into Death Star mode. Here, putting it into robot mode will only take me a little bit of time, but getting it back into Death Star mode, a real pain. But yeah, as you can see, it's almost a beach ball. This thing is very round. Also, I don't have them, but this is actually smaller than Primus or Unicron. Yeah, it's surprising. It is technically smaller. So, but I'm gonna get this into robot mode, hopefully in some relatively speedy time. I really actually like this figure. Oh, come on, every time. I pop this off. It happens once in a while, but be careful, because it is a pain to get back on. There we go. I got this at Kmart, like 5 years ago. And I paid regular retail was about $50 regular retail. If you can still find one, like online, I wouldn't pay more than $40 minimum. And if you're paying $40, it better be in box, pristine, untouched, not damaged. I probably could have had a chance to get a second Darth Vader one a few years ago at the local comic shop here, The Great Escape. If you're ever in Louisville, Kentucky, check them out. They're awesome. But I don't know what this guy was doing when whoever previously owned this Darth Vader, but it must have been in front of an ashtray. This thing was like covered in that smoke grease. I mean, it was just literally covered in the stuff. I mean, the gray was almost turning brown. That's pretty amazing in my opinion. But wow, yeah. I would have picked it up, but it just smelled like an ashtray, and this was just about at a time when my father was just quit smoking. Also, this will pop off when you transform it once in a while. Not that it's a bad thing. I think popping these off once in a while isn't a bad thing. It's just, it'll happen. They're simple little friction things. They're gonna do it no matter what you do, so no worries. But yeah, I almost had a chance to get one, but had to pass it up because the thing smelled like an ashtray and my father was trying to quit smoking, so didn't buy it. Probably could have picked it up for about $5 and just had it stuck in Death Star mode and had this guy in robot mode constantly. Speaking of which, we've got someone in robot mode. Darth Vader. Yes. Here we go. Very nice figure. Also, button can still be... If you flip this panel down, you can still access the Death Star button. And this is really cool once in a while. You couldn't tell me that wouldn't be so cool to see on a computer screen or something. That CGI giant Darth Vader blasting the Death Star blast out of his chest. That would be cool. Get it from another angle where the light isn't hitting the camera so much. Yeah, not quite as many LEDs as the actual Death Star. I think it has, like, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It has 6 points of lasers which would fire it out. Here it only uses 3, but not a bad thing, given the fact that if you probably put any more LEDs in there, it'd probably be another extra $10. Like I said, this is an awesome figure. Yeah, that was the hand. There's a button on here that is like very sensitive. That's for the lightsaber and blaster function. God, that's so sensitive. It also comes with cloth cape, which can be attached thusly. It's a little slit behind his head, and this is a little piece of, like, I guess, leather binding it together. And this is one of the reasons I really love this, is this cloth cape. I think it brings together the figure perfectly as cements it as a Darth Vader figure, is this cloth cape. I think it truly makes it feel like Darth Vader when you have that cape on then. Even if you don't have the lightsaber or the gun, make sure you have the cape. I think it's like I said, this is what makes it Darth Vader, in my opinion, is this cloth cape. So it's very awesome. Also included with it, as it should be, a lightsaber, which goes in thusly. You're not going to see it because of my light setup over here and back here. But, yeah, this entire lightsaber will light up if you have it in a dark room. Does the startup thing. Hit, swing, hit, swing, hit, swing. Very awesome. You can take that out. You can also put in this. This is, like I said, the blaster. It's meant really for the other hand, but it gives off that kind of big blaster sound. So, yeah, should you pick this figure up? Like I said, if you can find it for about $40 maximum, I would recommend it. Like I said, I think this is a definitive Darth Vader Star Wars figure. this is like one of my favorite crossovers. This is definitely something you need to be looking for if you're getting into the Star Wars crossover figures. With the Star Wars movies coming back to theaters in 3D, and I know George Lucas is going to put all 6 out, and Hasbro is going to line those up with figures that will come out for this. You're bringing back a lot of the old crossover figures, so you're going to have another chance to pick up some of them. So I'd imagine when A New Hope starts rolling around, Hasbro's going to be pretty damn smart, break this mold back out, and maybe give us another chance at buying this. But for right now, your best bet is probably going to be eBay. Even Big Bad Toy Store doesn't have any anymore, and if they don't have any, no one does. So yeah, awesome figure. Definitely should be, if you have a crossovers collection, this is definitely one of the figures that should be in your collection no matter what. It is an awesome figure in my opinion. Absolutely one of my favorites from the crossovers. Something that's been on my shelf for a while until, well, G1 Jetfire kind of kicked him off. But yeah, that's why I kind of did his review. I kind of had him laying around and go, let's do a review of this and another one. So, until next time, this is Titan Zed with Darth Vader. Oh, I almost forgot his, the sound effects for robot mode. Whoops!
The Force is strong with you. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Join me on the dark side. The rebels must not escape. The circle is now complete.
Sorry about that. I almost forgot about those, and I don't know why. But yeah. Again, awesome figure. If you don't have him, try to find him. Definitely one that should be in your collection. Even if you're not a Star Wars crossover fan, I think this is something that should be in your collection just because of how awesome it is. So, until next time, this is Titan Zed saying I'll see you when I see you.